so I retired.
Good evening and welcome to BBC2's Answer to Question Time. That's Gardner's Question Time, of course. In the news this week, fears are expressed that the strain of constant electioneering may be taking its toll on Glenys Kinnock. Mrs. Thatcher makes a controversial appearance on Croatian television to advertise electric razors. In an effort to bury the hatchet, John Major splashes out on a Christmas hamper for Maggie. On Ian Hislop's team this week, star of No Frills, Alexi Sale's Stuff and An Actor's Life for Me, and currently appearing in, well, this programme, obviously, Jan Ravens. And with Paul Merton tonight, someone who appears on a daily news programme during the week, so at weekends he likes to relax by appearing on a weekly news programme, Martin Young. And so we amble gracefully into our opening round. Ian and Jan, what's this new release?
That's Mr. Richter.
There's Linda Chalk again. Oh yes, he's the guy that's just been released from Iraq, and he very sensibly decided to go straight home. He obviously, I think, had seen the VIP suite at RAF Lynham where all the others were compelled to go. But no thanks, I think I'll pop off to my home in Kew.
Yes.
He was kept hostage by Iraq, who we used to be friends with, and no one said a word then. But after the war, we decided that this was a terrible thing that he should be kept hostage, and he was put inside for bribery. The evidence created by the West Midlands Police Squad, I believe.
Yes, I suppose I'll give you an extra point for that, Ian, for a touch of satire. Yes, it's Ian Richter.
A touch of satire, it was just abuse.
Yeah,
the points for that then, all right, on him.
You can do abuse, can't you?
Hey.
Queen Mother's an old bag.
That's not abuse, that's just satire.
It's Ian Richter, anyway, a sewage expert who's been released from Baghdad jail after serving 5 years for offences under Iraqi bribery laws. Apparently he refused to take one. Paul and Martin, what are this lot celebrating?
I'd hate to see the work that he took home with him.
It doesn't bear thinking about, does it?
No, doesn't get a point either.
It wasn't satirical, unfortunately. Have a look at this.
This is the 1991 police ball, which was held in the Strand this year.
Yes, this is the Winston Silcott trial, and I believe he was serving 2 life sentences. He'll be very pleased that his sentence has now been halved.
It's Winston Silcott, yes, who had his conviction overturned this week after a court heard forensic evidence that police had tampered with certain words in his confession. For instance, the phrase, "I take 2 lumps of sugar and a little milk," was amended to, "I am completely guilty of everything and a little milk." Ian and Jan, he's in for a right riveting read here.
Oh, this is the chap in the hat.
It's the silliest hat competition. He's been voted to it. They've said, you know, that it's all perfectly fine. They've said that the government were wrong to put a gag on the press, and so they're all too-hoo. So they're very pleased about that.
No gags in Spycatcher. God.
One of those boring books ever written. I'll give you 2 points for getting the answer right. It's a ruling by the European Court of Human Rights that the government was wrong to ban Peter Wright's book Spycatcher in this country on the grounds that it had already appeared in the United States. It's an interesting precedent. Once something's established in America, it can't be outlawed over here. Must be a bit of a relief for crack dealers. finally, Paul and Martin, one man in a boat.
I think this is John Major on his way to Maastricht. This is Douglas Hurd. You can't see him. It's just underneath.
The first man across the Atlantic in a peanut husk.
We're not that far off.
Cashew.
It was more the Atlantic that was sort of...
The Atlantic, yes.
The
The smallest one-man vessel ever to cross the Atlantic in the fastest possible time, with the darkest hair colouring.
Yes,
it's an argument, isn't it, between the French and the English? Amazing that there's two people who want to row across the Atlantic in midwinter. One of them's French and one's English.